In the air to right, and he did it again!
Thank you all for watching this here video. Please like and subscribe and follow.
Welcome back to the Lefties 2 broadcast. We got Class Season 2 Diamond Conference Week 3. Let's go to the standings and the schedule for this week. It's getting crazy. Okay, after Week 2, JayPatel, Mr. Milan, both 4-0 on the season. Cam, a big 3-1. Matthew, the defending champion, 2-2. Justin, returning like second season as well, right there at 2-2. Shawn 1-3, Sean Schulte and Joe Bear both 0-4 to start the season. But it's still early, right? We're not even at the halfway mark in the 7-week season here, 14 games. And I gotta say, Diamond League, they're actually playing their games, right? It is a struggle in Pearl Conference and also the Star Carnival. That one was kind of a shit show. But I do appreciate the Diamond Conference here, so good job. Let's go to the schedule for this Week 3 matchup. As we could see, Mr. Milan 4-0 versus the defending champion, Matthew from the Padres. Again, he got swept last week, which is super rare, right? JayPatel going against 3-1 Cam. This is big playoff aspirations and all the kind of important stuff you need to do, like tiebreakers and whatnot. So big one right here. Mtwins 2-2, Sean Schulte 0-4. So again, the favorite here is Justin Mtwins. Shawn needs to get a couple wins here. Again, top 6 go to the playoffs. And then Shawn and Joe Bear. This one is huge as well. Joe Bear 0-4, Shawn 1-3. So again, Sean Schulte and Joe Bear both came in last minute for replacements, which we do appreciate them. So they didn't get the draft like with everyone else, which is kind of a shame, but they're there. They knew what to expect. But again, top 6 move on. So there's about 3 or 4 people in that bottom here that are fighting for those spots. It's a tough battle. Let's go into the first matchup, which is going to be Mr. Milan and Matthew from the Padres. Again, this is going to be via Matthew's YouTube channel, so we will check it out, and I'll post his link to his channel. Subscribe to him. Let's go. All right, once again, here we go. Padres, Matthew, Lefties 2, Milan. Looks like Matthew here is going to be from his point of view on his YouTube channel. Again, not a lot of commentary the last couple of weeks, maybe, time, life, but at least he's posting. At least he's posting it in there. And Milan's going to be going with Jay on this one. So again, Milan 4-0 on the season. Matthew had a rough. No, Matthew's 2-2 on the season. He had a rough, even first week by his own standards. I'm thinking he's having a little bit too much fun after winning that championship in season 1. He's having that little hangover because he's not typically playing like his normal self that we all know. But again, all he has to do is get into the playoffs. And out of anybody in this whole entire 16-team pool here, he's one of those players that can turn it on when the playoffs do come. So it's not really a worrisome where he's seated. He can be 1 through 6. He's going to bring it no matter what. As Giro lines 1, level 12 Giro is, again, Giro is probably a, top 2. If, in my opinion, he's the second best player in this whole entire game. And the only reason why I think Hammer is number 1 is because people actually are still fear Hammer, where they just not used to seeing Giro, and they don't see him at level 14, 13 really too often. So they still pitch to him. And there it goes. And again, I don't know why. I got to look back at the draft again, but Matthew went a different order this time, and he had Shitaro for the whole season last season and did 7-0 in the regular season. But Wade is one of those players that top players can see Wade really, really well. Not really deceptive, except I think his top of the strike zone curveball can be deceptive in ways. The fastball is more of a sneak over fastball. Changeup, poor players don't hit the changeup too well. But that was a strike right there. And that right here, that animation right there where it's so close, where the runner just doesn't Like that throw is unnecessary. We all know that if we played baseball, but it delays it. It messes up an easy double play where the shortstop can take it himself. And I'm so frustrated with some of the animations that Miniclip has that they don't understand baseball and kind of what an athletic move would be. So that really messes up. That should be 2 outs. And, safe there. That's the whole point, right? It should be 2 outs in this inning, 1-0, but instead it's a little blooper. And Rosa has a decent arm. Not going to get this one. Throwing two. Smart move there. Okay, 2-0. Milan is attacking a little quicker than normal here. But again, guys, Matthew, veteran player, been playing a long time. Milan, solid player in his own right. That's kind of annoying, the little bunt thing. I hate that. That's really annoying. But either way, runs given up by Matthew in any particular inning is not a huge deal. The dude can come back. And one thing I do miss on his YouTube channel is his commentary, his commentating of his own idea. So let's see how these two games turn out, and then I'm going to kind of base my thoughts on why he's not really commentating lately. Kind of getting to the point. And again, we need both people to record, so we don't have Milan's point of view either, which is necessary. But he's going to pop out here, so Matt's going to get out of this inning with only 2 runs given up. But again, top of the 9th inning, 2 runs. That puts a lot of pressure on. Jay's a deceptive pitcher, but again, like I said, Matthew, he knows how to play it. Apparently, through reports, Matthew is an index finger guy. Right now, if you have seen Matthew's picture, he's kind of a bigger guy. Maybe the phone he uses, maybe he has giant bear claws. I'm not sure. But playing with the index, I've tried to do that, and I can see how someone would do it, but I can't. I don't have that kind of hand-eye coordination. Growing up in, that PlayStation, Xbox, with the toggles, I never even thought of playing. My hands are set. Super Nintendo. You have to have the index fingers are for the top buttons. So I have never really thought can even consider the brain logic, right? How it can kind of even operate that way. As Matt hits a nice gapper, Jiro's going to get it in there though. So, anyways, that's the report is that Matt uses little index fingers to play this game. Some people use tablets with the finger. I don't, man. There's a lot of ways. I would love to see videos of people playing this game in different ways with their hands, not on a computer with a mouse and a keyboard, but just are there middle finger players? Huh? Who knows? Pinky players. All right, but here we go. Winning runs at the plate, guys. And just let you know that I told you guys, Matthew is no joke, and if you can't execute your pitches, he's going to come out. Down 2, down 3, down 5. Last season, down 5-0, still came back. And there she is. Rosa, bases are loaded. That's fortunate right there. Not having Tom Bomb come up, but fortunate in the sense that, it's not Jiro, where Jiro hits that little laser, hits the defender, and then bounces away, which obviously makes Jiro that much better. But if it is a fly ball and the defender catches it, he will drop it, and then it's usually a double. Tom Bomb! There we go. And their tying runs coming to the plate and hammer, and he's not taking the extra bases. You gotta know. Tie game. Can he get out of this jam sandwich here? Wow. Wow. That is improbable. All right, that's what you want. That's a crazy right there, right? Crazy shot. That's a dead strike right at the shortstop. Baseball, man. Baseball. By the way, there should be at least 2 outs in this inning. And Martin, another strike. Oh, we're going to do something. We don't usually do this in this game, but we're going to go back a little bit. That at bat with Martin. I got to see this. Where is that at bat? Let's go. Tom, Matthew. All right, let's go to Martin. I got to see this because that one, that's a ball. Okay. This is not usually happening, right? We don't go do replays. Oh, my. Okay, let's Wow, okay. So he was just on top of it. So that's what happens, man. When you're manual batting, you got to be pretty close to perfect because that was a strike and he was pretty much on it, just cursor, a little hair scotch off. This is wow. Wow, wow, wow. Milan is getting pretty fortunate here. Leo! That's a ball. Okay, so out of that inning, he really should have won, right? Matthew hit a hard rock in a short. Uh, Martin missed it by like a tiny little hair. And then that's a ball there. So way to get out of the jam by Milan there. Nice job. 2-2 again. This fun game, man. Fun game. All right. Quick two strikes there. Wade getting it through. We got to tick. Oh, he's getting the quick out. Okay. Got one. And that's the golden rule. Get at least one out. And he did. But little swinging bunt. Jay coming up. Level 14 Jay. That 179 across. And he's going to swing at Gabbage. Probably not the best idea. Is not Milan's not watching the scouting report on Matthew. Um, Looks like Matthew's attacking a little bit more than he normally has as he's throwing a little bit more strikes, and that's getting through Carlos. Oh, he's going. I don't know about that. It's gonna be a close play, and he's safe. Wow. Wow, that's ballsy move there. But two outs, that run again, it means something, but it doesn't in these extra innings with two runners on. But two, I guess, is better than one. But again, Giro, nice strike there below the strike zone. All right, going right back there again. Gets him to pop up. Nice job. Way to double up. And again, you guys notice he doubled up, but it went to strike, tilt mode, and then lower in the ball to get you swinging at it. That's how it works. Okay. So bottom of Matthews' lineup here with Rodriguez. You got to be careful, man. You got to get two runs. Not the most speed on the base paths for this one, as well as Rodriguez at 13, 178 speed. So he's going to need a gap shot. That was a close. Wow, that's a good eye. That looked money. 50-50 ball. Wow, Matthew. I don't know, man. That's a way off swing right there. A little excited. Eyes got to get big. Gets it done anyways. Nice job there. Goes back to that strike. There you go. Way to stick with it. All right. Bases are loaded once again. No outs. Similar to the bottom of the ninth inning. Right. Similar situation here. Got to have a good eye. Wait for your pitch, right? All you got to do is really wait for your pitch. There is a good one. That's another strike. That's his third. Not an RBI. Let you know. You hit into double play and run scores. You don't get credit with an RBI, right? But that's a big double play there. Again, that run now, that extra dangerous run he got, huge. Because now, here it is. Matthew needs to find a way. Find a way. All right, 3-1 count. He doesn't have to really throw a strike here. It's not really that important. He does there. Where do we go? And he's going to gapper. Clutch, baby. There's that 2 runs. Gap shot. And Christine is going to nicely get in there for the double. You got to time that Giro throw, man. Got to time that Giro throw. But again, I'm telling you, down 2-0, tied. Down 4-2, tied. Oh, wow, wow, wow. What a pitch. What a pitch. Got to be frustrating, man. It is demoralizing when you get the double play, you get the opportunity. Nice pitch there. Good take. Win-win for both. All right. Now what do you do? He's waiting. Don't even throw a strike here, man. Just walk him. There you go. You got the Rosa, Matt's MVP in his heart. He knows it. Came through clutch in that. Okay. Switching it up a little bit. Came through clutch in the bottom of the ninth inning. See if she can walk it off here. And wow. I don't know about Matthew's game here. He's done pretty much everything you need to do when it comes to hitting. He's hitting strikes. He's maybe gotten 2 bad swings in this whole game where he's not swinging at strikes. So this is just baseball clash saying, All right. Well, he's got to go to work here, and he's going to get a possible double play. Nope. He's got the 1, but got the lead runner. That is crucial here. Crucial to get the lead runner. Again, Milan's got to be kicking himself, man, trying to figure out how can I get this guy out. Mickey, oh, that was smart. Making That's really safe right there, getting the runners in motion. Okay, Santiago. Where are we going, Santiago? 4-4, top of the 11th. What a game, man. What a game. And that's a strike, too. Wow, okay. A little late on it. Might have been on top of that. Can't tell without his point of view, but now we're in danger mode. Tom Bomb ready to let it go. And he doesn't. You got to go 3. You got to go 2. You got to go 2. Holy cow, man. That's, I don't know, maybe not a triple play, but still. All right, Matthew, kind of redeem himself here, man. He hit a hard rocket. Could have been a game winner. Got to kind of redeem himself there. Good take. Again, that top corner, the pitch is deceptive up there. Coming in 3-0 count. Where's he going with it? And down. Nice strike there. A little early. Okay. Whoa! No! No! Got it. What are we doing? What are we doing? An error. Oh, that Tyler. I don't know. Oh, man. And Martin takes advantage of the error. Mark can't get it. Matthew comes back to win it. Go to game 2. All right. Luna coming up here. We have Luna and Jay as the matchups. This time it's Matthew, who is the away team. He'll be going with Maria, I believe. So the ladies have their opportunity to go head to head. And what a comeback, man. That's super unfortunate. That error at the end with the Martin walk-off as well. It's an unfortunate way to kind of go out where you know you're playing well, you make your pitches. And again, just for that, if you guys go back and slow down, like watch it in a little slow motion, Matthew was on a lot of those pitches, just baseball clash. Really just kind of like saying, nah, not today, not today. But he overcame it, got the W, and that is what is important. Okay. All right. 2-1 count here. And hammer. That's a 50-50 ball. Again, there's the same thing happened in game 1. That really close play where a shortstop would take it himself or herself. Uh, that is ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. All right, 2-1 count. Rosa came through in the bottom of the 9th inning last game and clutch. Couldn't get the walk off and foul ball. That was a nice one. A little late on it. A little late on that pitch. Ooh, wow. See how that cursor is? It's perfect. Cursor was right underneath the ball. Again, you gotta at least get some of that cursor on it. Tom with the bomb. Gapper window to the wall. Hammer. Hammer time. He's gonna go. Little delayed run. Oh man, Matthew taking advantage right there. Same thing happened with Milan. Little these late runs that are getting through. Like you got to know who's playing shortstop, if they have an arm or not. Understand the replay. And we got the out. That's wow. Okay. So that little run there. Again, this is a big one because again, Milan came in this week as 4-0. Matthew was 2-2. So right now, 4-1 versus 3-2. Matthew can shut this down. Matthew shuts this down. Get right back in the mix at 4-2, 4-2 with the tiebreaker going to Matthew if he can get this win. So this is a big half inning here for Milan to see if he can come back. Oh, wow. And again, Milan, definitely not watching any of my videos to see the scouting report. And that's a little, there you go. Leo doing his Leo thing. All right, Mark. Interesting, man. So it looks like Mark is a level 12 or pops it out. 2 quick outs. 1 out away. from, escaping a little bit near the ninth inning. The sweep. Matthew, get back on the sweep wagon if you can get it here. But still, one big out. Mickey at level 14. Where to go? Where to go? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And that's it. Ball game. Milan 0-2 in this one. Let's go to the second series. All right, here we go. Game one. That was a quick little flick there. But anyways, Jay versus Cam from Baseball Bros, I believe. All right, so this is all Jay's perspective. Again, this is a big game because again, Cam 3-1 BTAs. Cam, Jay 4-0. So you saw the first series where Matthew got a interesting sweep. Nice strikeout, by the way, from Cam. Solid job. Level 14, Garcia. An interesting sweep, to say the least, with that comeback in game one to put Matthew back at 4-2. So how it stands right now is Milan 4-2, Matthew 4-2, but Matthew has the upper hand here. So this is a big series because whoever sweeps is now be alone. And if there is a sweep, I don't know if there is. If there is a sweep, we now know that person's going to be in first place. But if Jay splits, say it's a split, Jay would be 5-1, standing alone at the top. So a lot of things are happening here. A lot of things are happening here. And we're going to the bottom of the ninth. Quick, quick, quick. All right, so Jay's got to go to work here as Cam puts quick work to Jay. Nice inning there, Cam. Well done. Showing people that, exactly how he plays, man. Balling it out. Doesn't have all the best players on his roster. But, if you know how to do it, you know how to work your players. Get out of those jams and go hit. All right, 2-2 count. And again, Garcia versus James. Battle of some of the OG pitchers of the game. Strikeout. Looking. Don't want that now. All right, got level 13 Ricky coming up. And he got that boost. Got that 8+18 boost in the contact and the speed. Nice use of the slider there. Right, same location as that strikeout. See if he's tilted. Didn't chase. Didn't bother. That two-seamer, man. Again, James with 205 movement, guys. A lot of people don't like him, but you just can't sit on the man. James is, in my opinion, the best common pitcher out there with the mix of his pitches. He's got the breaking ball. He's got the off speed. He's got the two-seam with movement. Right, you can't go wrong. Got the velocity to go with it. Right, control, little off spin. He comes through clutch with runners in scoring position. What can you ask for? Nice job. All right, so you got that extra spin boost. Are we going to utilize it as he's going speed, speed? And Neville with the chopper up the middle. He's taking the extra base. He thought about it with Neville. I think he had it, man. Put that in the old mental brain, right? Put that in the lockbox in the brain. All right, Andre coming up, level 14. And runner is in scoring position. You can see that spin goes up 24 to 220 at level 14. So the clutch is on. And Andre putting in the work on Jay. Cam showing what he could do. Cam could do a lot of things. He just doesn't know how to record his video. 2025, I think the young man know how to press screen record and then save to Google Drive. That's the game, though. Let's go to game two. All right, got game two. Cam going with Eric. We're still in Jay's perspective. Jay is Fernandez. Now, again, you guys saw it. Here is the scenario. We got Cam getting that first victory and a first pitch Jack bomb. That's what Jack does, everybody. You don't even know. Back-to-back pitches, home runs to end the game, to start the game. Here we go. Cam is on one already. Now, again, as I was saying, so there is no longer an undefeated player in this conference in the Diamond Conference, right? So Cam 4-1, Jay 4-1. And whoever wins this will be solely in first place at 5-1. So it is imperative. If Jay can get this win, he can stay at 5-1. If Cam gets the win, 5-1, right? But big time here because Matthew right now 4-2, right? This is the top four in this conference, man. You guys are having some fun as Neville up the middle again. Deja vu. All right, Andre, here he comes to save the day. Can he add on? Can Jay get out of this, man? This is tough. Does have Eric coming in. Again, Garcia and Eric back to back, man. It's Jay again. Cam is showing himself here that he belongs. Nice pitch there, 2-2 count. Oh man, you think 229 with Murray at the he's thinking what I'm thinking. Thinking what I'm thinking. Cat and mouse game is not on. As he gets Andre to pop up. Good pitch. Good pitch there. Well done. All right. Got to get out of it. 2 outs here. Level 13, Alexandra. Good power. Not a lot of contact here. 174. Good speed, though. 193 speed. You got to like that speed there. All right. 2-0 count quickly. You don't want to put too much speed on the base pass. And 2-1 count. He is being careful, man. He is nibbling a little bit. And nice job. That was a strike, but rolled over it. Okay. First pitch mistake there to Jack. That's sucking his thumb because, that's what Taiwan does. Apparently, the emo. Jay going with auto bat again. I didn't really pay attention too much in that first game, but gets lucky there, swinging at a ball, but it had perfect timing. It does help when you get perfect timing with a good contact hitter. So, winning run comes to the plate. Eric, curveball. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, look at that, man. He swings at that. It might be a pop-up. Attacking. 2 quick strikes and gets him chasing. Got a little contact on that one. That's what Gina can do for you. Runner's taking off. Not a bad idea. Now puts it in his mind. But foul balls are working. As that another foul ball. Eric spin increasing to 254. Gets him swinging through it. But Way is too quick. Again, Way is too quick. See if Cam can get out of this without a tie here. Big Willie Styles all in it. One pitch went out. Again, auto bat, not doing the work. And again, the spin only stays on for the batter. It doesn't stay there throughout the inning or the game. It goes batter to batter. All right, cutter. 1-1 count. 2-1 count. Got to be careful to Kevin. Kevin can walk this off for Jay. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's going to at least tie it up. Kevin, the window to the wall. Near a ground rule double, but just couldn't get over the fence. But ties it up regardless. All right, Murray. Murray. That's a good pitch right there. Right there, right in the eye vision hole. Okay. 2-0 count. Winning run at second base. 2 outs. Got to get it to the 10th inning if you're Cam. Hit and run time. Oh, he was danger zone. Doing it again. It's in the zone. And oh, wow, wow, wow. That's an auto bat fail right there. Oh, that's a homer or a gapper to say the least. All right, Cam survives. All right, Jay back on the mound, trying to get out of this one. Again, with the ice arm, that spin doesn't ever really increase. It just reduces the distance, right? This kind of moves up a bit. And that's what you want. Little soft pop-up. There you go. Okay, got one. You got to take the lead runner. Gina's quick. Tap 3. Go 2. Double play. Eric comes up. Good opportunity to get out of it still with the pitcher up here. But come on, Jay. You got to know the situation. And Eric's getting the gapper. That should be 2 runs here. You got to get the double play there. Knowing where, at least the lead runner. At least the lead runner. But Eric takes 2. Triple. That's a double with the throw, right? You'd think a double with the throw in the scoring books, but I don't know. We're simplistic here. All right, Hanzo grounds out, but Eric helping himself out there. Again, you know my thoughts, though. You got to get 3 in extras. You got to get 3 in extras. You saw it in that first series in game 1, where it was 4-2 going to the bottom of the 10th, and Matt came back to win it. In the 11th, you got to get 3, right? Just in case. You got 2 runners on, right? It's like a gimme. Hit and run is on. Guys, pay attention to Jay. The guy is a hit and run. He did it last week as well. He likes to get those runners in motion, and he does it perfectly with a perfect hit and run. Now you got runners in the corners, no outs here, bottom of the 10th inning. And you got to think that the runners are going to be in motion again sometime. Phoenix with the blooper to tie it up. Oh, man. Man. Tables have turned once again. Clemens, not a good hitter. You know the speed on the base pass. That's a good, dangerous pitch, but, not a good hitter. So, all right, I'm putting the runners in motion. Let's go. Runners in motion. He's attacking, man. Look at Cam. He's quick pitching. This is a good opportunity, a good player to get a hit and run on. You know they're coming eventually. He's not. No outs. That's going to do it. Swinging bunt. Oh, the back door, little Joe. What a sneaky. I tell you, man, get those runners in motion. Fernandez. Wow. No error this time. No error in the first game. There's an error. So this one, 3-3. Nice little comeback around Jack. Be nimble. Jack, be quick. Jack grounds out. Go to 3. Go 1. Double play. Again, Gina not known for her arm, but that quickness allows her to make up for it, right? So 2 outs quickly there. Got to swing at strikes, though. Jack doesn't have the highest contact rate. With to go with, Fernandez's ice arm, not a good combination if you're swinging at the ball. Swinging at balls. You got to swing at strikes. All right. Ricky with the gapper doesn't have the extra boost, but doesn't need it here. Gonna get the double. Cam is doing it again with the offense. Again, Fernandez, guys, isn't the pitcher you all thought he was once. Neville, nice sharp strike. But I don't know, man. What a great game. 11th inning, way coming up. You got to swing at strikes. And again, not a lot of speed on the base pass. 187, not great, but the runners are in motion this time. Blooper is coming in. Does he send him? He does. Here it goes again. The runners are in motion. You knew it was coming. Right back. Same scenario. Runners in the corners. Winning run at third base. What a game. This is a good first 2 games. And there it is, Gina, the Latina, with the walk-off win. Jay moves to 5-1. Great one. Let's go to Series 3. All right, here we go. Game 1. Shawn Aftermath going against Justin here from Lefties 2, a.k.a. Mtwins. And again, from Shawn's perspective, so it looks like Mtwins here using Mueller going to start this game off first. Shawn batting lead off with Tua. Again, one of the biggest things with Shawn, man, is just hitting and building. Not great. But here we go. Let's strike one go. Let's the good ones go. You got to get the good strikes. And there's the RPM ball. Swings at it anyways. Look at that perfect timing. Well, you don't want to swing at the RPM ball at all, but that's way to just attack the strike zone and late swing on that one. 3 strikes to get 2 out. That's how you do it. Now, Ren, he's definitely missing Stimpy, but I'm telling you, that 4 pitches, it's quick work, man. You got to swing at strikes. Not helping you. And you swing at strikes, you got to swing and get the right timing. Lays off that one. Get back in the zone here, Shawn. Get back in the zone. Lock in. And don't swing. That's the second RPM ball you swung at. Stop swinging at that pitch. That's not a pitch you want to swing at. Hey, way to go. 2-1 count. Let's see if Justin can get out of this one and kind of move on to the bottom of the 9th here. Yeah, and this is important because a lot of things are happening. The top 4 players as Jay 5-1, Cam 4-2, Matthew 4-2, Milan 4-2. So that's the top four guys. Justin here, there you go. It's looking at a strike with the RPM ball. Okay, one of the benefits here is go back to my thought here in a minute. But Simon coming up, Justin's got to find a way to get it in because again, Justin's sitting there at that 5-hole. Couple wins here puts him at 4-2 also to put him right there in the mix after 3 weeks. Right now, if he splits, right, 3-3, we'll see the last game here with Shawn because Shawn got the 1-3 record. So this is a good opportunity for Justin to kind of separate himself from the bottom 4 and kind of get in that mix with the top 4. Because right now Justin's right there in the middle, and it's all about playoff seeding as we know it, right? Top 6 move on, with the top 2 get the bye. So this is really imperative that Justin can kind of get these wins as he gets Smith over there, get them on early. So level 12, Simon, again, a dangerous pitcher in his own right. Uh, I don't know. Really worried about that runner. Really worried about that runner. All right, Ruth. The Ruth is on fire. Boop. Good pitch. Good take. Good take. Good take. Where is he going with this one here, folks? And got to get 2. Got 1. All right. A little better on the transition. Just a lot of speed on the base paths. Soft hit ball to shortstop and route the 209 speed. Can't really fault him for that one, but more speed coming up. He likes to stay in that corner. In real baseball, to a lefty, that spot right there in is a dangerous place to hit because all essentially gravity has to work, right? Lefty drops the bat in the zone, right? Gravity works. That's a dangerous spot if you throw a strike there. So get him to swing over it, not too bad, but dangerous spot regardless. And nice pitch right there, dotted it, 2-2 count. Let's see if he can get out of this inning here with Harden coming inside. Good location. All right, full count. I'm about this runner at first base. Good opportunity. Mm, and there it is. All right, is he going 3? Nope. Staying there at 2, no worries. Durant coming up, level 14 Durant, big bopper. All right, potential, a lot of power, 216. It's throwing a strike here. It's in there. Strike 1. Good, a good opportunity for a double play. Not a lot of speed, but throwing a strike again. Late on it, so nice job changing up velocities here. All right, yeah, just stay. Uh-oh. That's a big spot there. Way to go. Missed way inside on that one. Not a bad miss. Going back in that strike zone. Going outside. And it's a walk-off Durant. He does it all. Justin gets the victory. Nice job there. Let's go to game 2. Set it up. Bam. All right, we got game 2. Once again, same thing in Shawn's perspective here. Justin's going with J-Ho as Shawn, level 12, Riley, which is kind of fun because this is an interesting thing because, like last season, Justin used a level 12 Riley, got into the playoffs. Again, knocked off 2 top players in that Scarlet Conference last season. So Justin knows kind of level 12 Riley pretty well. Let's see if Shawn can kind of find a way to get a W. Because again, like I said in the last game, Justin has now moved to 3-2, and with a win here, 4-2, gets him a four-way tie? Matthew, Milan, Cam, and then Justin, a four-way tie. It'd be pretty epic. As okay, I thought it was gonna be a little bit of a delay there, but Shawn able to get this ground out. Nice job there. Again, level 12 Riley. Tough in the sense that, the slider fastball combination, that's going to drop right in front of Antonio. There you go. But it got to be deceptive. This is, you want to throw inside, outside a lot with Riley, of course. And you got to be careful. You can sneak that slider like in the middle of the zone, but just top and bottom, kind of like, there you go. That's a nice slider there. Got to get 1, but Justin, again, has a lot of speed. Here's Durant, game 1 hero with a walk-off. In the same situation, man. 2 on. Now let's see if Durant can go back-to-back games with a homer, kind of keep this going. Can he do it? All right, being safe with them. That got level 14 against a level 12 pitcher here. Riley doesn't have the favorite. And Durant does it again. Durant in both leagues is having himself a season as we get a run across 1-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. All right, J-Ho, this is what you're paid to do here. You're paid to hit. Level 13, J-Ho. What you gonna do, J-Man? All right, strike one. Gotta be careful here, man. 1 run is pretty much the insurmountable lead in the 9th inning for Shawn. So he can't afford that. Was an interesting one. That was a strike. So I don't know what. I'm pretty sure Justin's using an auto bet on that one. That was a strike, and Jo has a lot of contact and power. So soft hit to the line drive, soft hit to the shortstop. But Nia coming up, level 13, a lot of contact, good speed, and bloops it in. That's what she does. 216. Oh, he doesn't test the arm. Got to know who's out there. I believe that's Smith at shortstop. Again, having Rama, I don't know, man. I don't know. Rama is too high. Like if I was gonna play Rama, I'd put him at. I'll bat him leadoff. If you're gonna bat him, what seventh? Is it sixth? Let's see, 2, 3, 7th. He's seventh. Okay, that's you got Rama and Joe and the pitcher, so I can't really blame him too much. No, he doesn't. Pitcher's up. Anyways, whatever. Level 14 Rama flies out and 1 run. So again, Shawn able to like limit the damage, which is crucial. Jo rated as the worst pitcher. Now, it's funny you say this because, like, if you talk about player overall, Jo is not the worst player in the game, just the worst pitcher in the game, right? A little different scenario because of that ability to hit allows him a little bit. But again, Tua wasted again on Margaritaville. You got a lot of hitters here, man. You got to find a way to get people on base. You got to learn the strike zone. As he like 2-0 count. That's a close pitch. Good eye there. I really like am one of Shawn's number one fans, right? I'm the only one that really commentates his games, so I'm the only one vocalizing it. But that's a strike. Oh my God. I really want Shawn to do well because he plays and he's here and he shows up. And if you could just put it all together with Ren, nice job. Good hit. Winning run comes to the plate. You gotta love it. Antonio has the power at level 13. Can we find a way? That's a strike. Oh my God. Yeah, I am one of his number one fans. I want him to do well because he shows up and plays. That's a double play waiting to happen. And game over. All right. 4-2, Justin. Nice job. Here we go to the last series. All right, here we go. The final series of week 3 in the Diamond Conference. Shawn versus Joe Bear. Again, Shawn needs some big wins here because Justin just stepped up, right? Justin goes 4-2. It's a 4-way tie at 4-2 at the top at 5-1. But this conference is, so far after 3 weeks, doing pretty good. So again, Joe Bear needs to get back in it because that 6th spot is going to be up for grabs. Playoff time, baby. All right. As he bloops it in there, this game is in Joe's perspective. Game 2 will be in Shawn's perspective, giving the home teams both the away team both the perspective here. I don't know. That's how I felt like doing it. But either way, Shawn is 1-3 on the season. So getting 2 wins here is going to be crucial for him. Even a split, right? Because a split puts it in like this, where Sean Schulte is 0-6 to start the season, right? And 1 out. Oh, I hate that animation so much. It's God, it's improbable. All right. So Joe gets to the second Takaya. There you go. Gotta attack Shitaro early on with that low velocity. But anyways, so imperative, right? That Joe can get a win here because Joe gets a win, takes the tiebreaker. Well, it depends on the run differential, of course. It's a split, but Joe and Shawn cannot afford to both be 0-6, where Shawn Here is 3-3 if he wins both games. Put him right there, that sixth spot, right, all by himself, with a really big advantage. So, right, this is one of the biggest series so far of this early season. And Joe is just swinging out of his shoes here. Where are you going on this one? What are these noises that are coming out? All right, either way, hits the out there. Nice job. Nice pitching from Shitaro. All right, bottom of the ninth inning coming up. Shawn with a chance to get his second win of the season against level 12 Roger. Again, we do have to give it up to Joe Bear and Sean Schulte. Again, I'm going to keep on saying it every single week. These guys came through big for this, kind of replace two players. So this is huge. Big opportunity. But Joe Bear's got to kind of lock down Shawn here, get out of this one. Shawn, again, trying to move to 2-3 on the season to get himself, get that sixth spot locked up to kind of having next week a really good potential for, big things to happen as Annie does what Annie does and just gets those hits. Keeps on hitting. All right, ray of sunshine coming up. Checking the runner. Where are we going? Roger. Oh, wait, I did say that. Yeah, there we go. Roger, let's go. Checking the runner again. Cat mouse game, man. Level 12 Roger. Easy pitcher for veterans to see. The only really benefit here is the pitches are a little bit slower, obviously, to like veteran players. So that's the advantage early. But once the veteran player can figure out the timing, then it's not a good one. All right, good pitch there. Got the out. That's what you need. All right, Wilson. Not a good matchup because those fastballs are going to come. Ooh, dangerous changeup, but got the strike regardless. It's a key word of the day, regardless. At least I'm not saying irregardless, right? At least I'm not saying that. All right. Joe trying to find a way. Good double play candidate, 176 speed. Great curveball there. Okay, I'm going inside with the two-seamer. I go four-seamer. See, I want to go two-seam inside because of the movement. It makes you think a little bit more, allowing that changeup or even that curveball a little bit benefit. But if you go straight, it's easier to read right away. And it gets the ground ball. Got to get one. Not the one. All right, Annie's speed really helps out there. Jackson coming up. Got the winning run there, sitting at second base with a lot of speed. Can he come through? Nice pitch there. Again, Jackson's ability to be able to predict the pitch. And that's a strike, but can't do it. So Joe survives the inning. We're going to go to that top of the 10th inning where anything can happen. All right. Here we go. Martina. Martina, what you going to do, Martina? Hit. Try to put the runners in motion. Did not pan out there as gets thrown out. It's tough to run into those. Shitaro jamming him up again. At the close pitch, 50-50 ball. 2-2 count. Nope. That's a great pitch. Splitter right there, right below the line. I mean, in real baseball, if it hits anywhere on that plate, it's a strike. So, Miniclip, once again, doesn't understand the strike zone, but Ibrahimovic can't come through. Good pitching. Bad hitting by Joe. Gotta say it. Gotta swing on strikes, man. And even though the strike zone is really close, I do, applaud Joe here for using manual, but it is tough. Tough one. All right, Johnston, again, having Jackson and Johnson back to back, kind of interesting. Predicts pitches, predicts spots. Put them together, you got Emily. Bum, bum, bum. Also mixed with Giro. All right, there it is. 1 out, 2 outs, triple play. Got it. Nice job. Way to go, Joe. Triple play. Highlight. That's a highlight. Da-da-da, na-na-na. Way to go. Can we capitalize on that one? Did I just finally realize that Ryan's wearing a shin guard? I don't think I've ever paid attention that Ryan wears a shin guard. Huh. Huh. Okay. Gotta swing at strikes, man. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but that's a strike. A little late. Again, that velocity now maxed out at 262. This is where he gets to attack at full count. I'll put the runners in motion here. It would have worked. It would have worked. Gotta have that back button ready to go, man. All right, swinging bunt essentially, but a double play. Jessica coming up, level 12. Jessica, not typically who you want in this situation, but can he come through? Nope. Gotta swing at the strikes, man. He is swinging at all balls here. Yeah, I understand it's tough. That's a good layoff. Good layoff. But 262 velocity. Wow, another tough pitch, but good. 2-eye. 2-1. 3-1. That's a great take right there. Hopefully he can come through here. That's strike. Okay. All right, full count. 2 outs. Strike 3. Just challenged him. Here, hit it. Didn't. 103 right there. Okay, Shitaro coming up. Bottom of the 11th inning. Where to go? Where to go here in game 1 of the final series of week 3 in Diamond Conference. Shitaro can walk it off for himself. Level 14 versus level 12. Pops him up. Joe, I got to give it to him, man. He's been making the clutch pitches. Brock Brockington III coming up here. Potential walk-off. Ooh, nice dot right there. 97.4. Right on the line. Change up. Nice spot. I'm going up top inside. Hey! That's a great spot. Way to change it. I was thinking fastball, but he went change up. Got his eyes real big. Nice job. Way to go. Way to pitch. Don't go there again. All right. Going straight fastball. Nope. Two-seamer. My bad. My bad. That's a Roger two-seamer. Respect the pitch. Angelina, what you going to do? And it's going to drop in there. You got to go home. You got to go home. Martina doesn't have an arm. It's going to walk off. And save. Shawn wins game 1. Good pitching all around. Let's go to game 2. All right, final game here. Joe versus Shawn. Shawn has moved to 2-3 on the season, so a sweep here really puts him into a good spot at that 6th spot, holding it strong. Joe going with Mei Ling, a level 14 Mei Ling. All right, we're looking at it from Shawn's perspective. Again, the away team gets it in this one, and Shawn does keep the volume on. So we got finally a little background noise to go with these games. Nice little blooper. Annie, deja vu, same spot as the game 1. Again, man, Annie, man. It's money. Money, money, money is what she is. Money, money, money. All right. Quick out. Annie to second base. Joe has got to find a way here, man. Because again, with 2-3, and if you can get the 1-5, at least you're one game behind Shawn. If he gets, again, those top 5, man, 4 of them are 4-2, and the top one is 5-1. So 3-3 is huge for Shawn. Keeps him right there with the opportunity to move up in the conference. And Shawn hasn't been pitching very bad at all. His pitching is pretty good. Just the hitting, needs to find it. Using manual as well. Mad respect here. But Mei Ling got them all twist and turned here. That sucks. That should have been an out for Joe. I hate some of these stupid ass animations that Miniclip does. It's like, that's a pop fly. I don't want to get it. You get it. I don't want to get it. Change up. Wow, looked at it. Tough. I hate the fact that it tells me the pitch. All right, but Shawn here has got Josh. So Shitaro Josh combo. Shawn really has a solid opportunity, all level 14s to really move up in this when he takes a certain amount of players. Okay. Summon the power gods here. Shawn's got to go out there and execute the pitching. Josh on the mound, solid option here. Strike two. Got the breaking ball, fastball attack. He's not afraid to throw that straight fastball. You saw with Shitaro. Early strikeout, that circle change. Still a dangerous pitch. Probably Josh's the best pitch overall, in my opinion, as they have neutered the curveball a little bit with that extra bite. So that circle change, you don't want to overdo the circle change, especially in the strike zone. But 2-0 count here. Again, one mistake, man, and Joe wins it. He needs it. Swinging that ball again, not what you want. Again, Joe's got to find that plate discipline and swing at strikes. He is working the manual up inside the coup. What you gonna do, coup? What you gonna do, coup? Bringing up balls. Tough, man. Can't help, buddy. Can't help. You know, again, it's tough, man. You're gonna swing at pitches not in the strike zone constantly. It really doesn't help. And there you go. 3 up, 3 down. Good pitching. Again, Josh is an effective pitcher in this series. Brian won the Cy Young, I believe. That's a strike. Early on that knuckleball. He saw the red dot and blew his eyes up. All right, blue dot. There you go. Red light, green light. Wow, what a pitch. And the blue dot saved him on that one. He's got to switch to auto. And it works. Johnsonberg. And Jackson going to 3. No reason to throw to third. Just throw to second, man. No reason. Get the ball in. You gotta know checkpoints of where the runners are at when you know they're going to be safe. So it saves you at least 90 feet. Get one. Back door. Didn't get it. Didn't get the back door. 1 out. Nice little swinging bunt there. Angelina. Got to go 1. He waited a little bit. Make sure the runner didn't go. Not a bad choice. All right, Josh can help himself out here. Getting a little extra run across is not a bad deal. Goes knuckleball. Way to lay off. Good eye on the knuckle there. And dotted it. 98 to knuckle to 98. That's a tough one, man. And foul ball. A little late. That knuckleball makes you a little late on that 98. Make that 98 a little bit faster. Swinging out of his shoes in that changeup. All right, so 1 run. Not terrible situation, but Josh has been dotting it. So Joe really needs to find a way to get this walk-off to kind of secure his first victory of the season and to keep him in that same little distance. You want to get close, man. That's a triple play waiting at him. Double play. Got it. Nice execution by Shawn. 1 out away from a sweep and moving to 3-3 on the season. Martina, strike 1. That was a good one there. Dotted. All right, guys, put this in your mental notes. That's game over. Shawn gets a sweep. Let's go to the standings. All right, so again, the standings aren't up to date yet. They should be up to date probably towards the last video, maybe Star Carnival or, I don't know, Pearl, whatever. But we'll just kind of play it by ear. Jay went 1-1, so he is 5-1 in the season. Mr. Milan lost twice, 4-2. Cam split with Jay, so 4-2. Right, Matthew got the sweep, so at least Matthew would move up at least to that 3rd spot, where Milan would move down to that 4th spot. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much how it would work. Justin 4-2 also. So this is really crucial with the run differential. Possibly with Matthew, we don't know exactly where yet. Where he could still be at 5. It could be at 4. We don't really know where it went. Right. So that's a big. Probably with the run scored. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Shawn, big ups here. Got the sweep. Moves to 3-3. Stays at that 6th spot. Now, both these guys here, I believe both of them got shut out. So the run points don't change at all here. Both are 0-6. Again, I'm going to keep on saying it. Shawn and Joe Bear here. Replacements didn't get the players that they have necessarily. So, you know, they're playing. They're trying to play spoiler now. The rest of the way, it was 6 losses where the top gun has 1 and the guys have 2 and then Shawn has 3. it's going to be tough to get these guys up, but they can try to play spoiler, do their best. Hopefully they don't like quit. They're not quitters, right? They're team players in a sense. So we'll see what the update is going in next week. And we don't have the schedule for week 4 yet. Hopefully I can post that in another video with either Pearl or the Star Carnival. Guys, thank you for watching another Lefties 2 broadcast. We'll see you next time.